Welcome to the ProKitchen 3D Model Warehouse video tutorial. We've added a fun new function to ProKitchen that allows the user to download 3D models off the internet and install them in your designs. You can even create custom catalogs using these 3D models. So let's get started and take a look at this exciting new feature. I've got a design here, just a simple wall. It's all we need for this. We're going to come up and we're going to click on our new icon, 3D Model Browser. And here we open up the Google 3D Warehouse. And the Google 3D Warehouse is a warehouse with hundreds of thousands of models that have been created by users all over the world. And they've posted them up here free for you to use. So you've got everything from Bugatti Veyrons to cathedrals and churches and hockey arenas. But those aren't really things we're going to be using, so let's take a look at some of the items that we can use in ProKitchen. Let's take a look at some chairs. Just put in a search for chair here, and it pulls me up a bunch of chairs. And I'm going to go next because I don't like any of those chairs there. We're going to let's grab this guy here. I'm going to download the model, and we've got two options here. We've got an SKP and a zip format, and so you can use either one of these. Obviously some are larger than others. I'm going to use the zip format for this one. It doesn't really matter which one you use. Here we've got the name of it, an Ames dining chair, wooden legs, zip. So I'm going to eliminate the zip part of that because that doesn't look cool on your design. And I'm going to name it an EAMES wood chair. And now we've got model orientation in here, and we've got widths, and we've got the type. And so the first thing I want to do is set my type, and we can set it as any of these predetermined types, and there's quite a few of them in here. And I'm going to use furniture chair. Now one thing I want to caution you on, if you set it as a wall cabinet, this will follow the wall cabinet defaults. So if your wall cabinet defaults have the placement of your wall cabinets, the bottom alignment or the top alignment or bottom alignment set, it's going to place this at that alignment. So, you know, unless you want your chair hanging up in the air, you probably don't want to use the wall cabinet for this particular one. Now, if it's a hood or something else, then by all means. So we've got this set as our furniture chair, and now our model orientation. You take a look at our arrow here, and this arrow indicates what should be the front of the item. Now in this case, this is not pointing at the front of the item. Now again, remember, these models were created by users all over the world, not by ProKitchen. We don't have any control over what they chose as the front. So we can change that. We can go clockwise 90 degrees, clockwise 180 degrees, or counterclockwise 90 degrees. There's our default again. And I'm just going to go clockwise 90 degrees. Now you may have noticed when I change this clockwise 90 degrees, because ProKitchen is indicating this is the front and this should be the width of the item, it's changed to make this thing 24 inches wide across the front, whereas when we had it here, it's really 24 inches wide, or 23 3/4, whatever that is, across the side. So we're going to want to go in and we're going to want to change those defaults. We're going to want to make this guy at, I'm just going to go 18 inches because it's easier than the other. And I'm going to make this 24 inches. And now it set our chair back to the proper depth. We've got the 2-foot deep on it. Yeah, it seems a little deep for a chair for me, but whatever. And that's our chair. Our orientation is now at the front. Of course, you can use these guys to do what you need to do there. We can add a note if necessary. I don't have a note for this one, so we're going to go to our texture tab now. And we've got a couple different textures on it. And of course, we didn't create this model, and neither did you, so you don't know where these textures are, especially in this one where it's all the same color. But we can change these textures, and so I'm going to go in here, I'm going to click on change. I'm just going to pick something that will, here we go. Nice bright blue metal. We'll be able to definitely tell where that change is at. Hit OK. And so there it is. Not much of a streak for that other item there. He's got a little bit of material there. But you can see how easy it is now to actually go in and change the color of and texture of the item. So I reset it back to the defaults. We're back over to here. Now I'm just simply going to add it to my design. So I clicked on it. There it is, added to my design. Right there. And some of these guys, again, we don't program them ourselves, so we don't have control over this, and some of them come up invisible on the design. Now when we create a 3D, it'll be there. It's just not showing on the layout. So I chose poorly with that one. I apologize. Let's go take a look at a few more. Let's do hood. We'll take a look and see what we got out here for hoods. Lots of hoods available. Lots and lots of hoods available. So let's say we grab, let's do this GE appliance hood. And this was actually modeled by GE Appliances, which is kind of cool. I'm going to guess off of this one that there's probably not a texture on it, but we're going to download and check it out. I'll download the SKP file this time. It takes just a moment for these guys because the SKP files are larger than the ZIP files. So again, I'm going to come up here and get rid of the skip. We're going to do GE hood accessory. Let's set it as a wall cabinet. Yeah, it looks like they got the front lined up correctly to me. And so we can change this if we want to, but I'm going to leave it because I'm thinking that's about what I need. And we could change this, but the front's good, so let's leave it there. And the texture, oh, there is texture. So we could come in here and change the texture as well if we wanted to. Light gray one, kind of didn't think there was going to be a texture to it. Add it to the design. I'm going to pop it right over here. Now let's go and find a new model. And let's do range. We got Range Rover. Dual fuel range. Okay. And it's finding range in the title, so you know it might come up with some odd things. We're just going to, I know this is way bigger than the hood I've placed, but I can change that right here if I want to. Width 40, height, depth, it looks like it's all in good shape. We're going to name this dual fuel range, and I'm going to add it to my design. And now I've got a couple items out here, and let's take a 3D, see what we've got going on. There we go, big stove, little hood. All set at their proper heights. And let's go add one more. Let's see what we got for dogs. Got a variety of dogs. Let's just add a couple of German Shepherds here. Somebody's got to guard the kitchen. We can leave that as an accessory. Sure, my default looks fine. Height, width, depth, yeah, that should be right in there. Add to design. Come on, get them rotated around here. There we go. Now we'll take a look at that 3D again. There we are. A couple of nice puppies in there for us. And I'm going to close my 3D. Now remember I said we could build catalogs out of this, right? So let's go build us a catalog. I'm going to right click on my hood. I'm going to choose my hood, and I'm going to scroll up so everybody can share in this. I'm going to choose my hood, and I'm going to go down to Add to Catalog. Now I have not created a catalog yet, so it's asking me to create a catalog for this. You can also come up here to catalog and create a new catalog this way, and you can also export from up here, and we'll take a look at the export feature in just a moment. Now the create a catalog works both the same in both windows, so we'll just use this one. Display name, let's name this one 3D Models 1. That way I could have 3D Models 2 if I wanted to. And our unique name, we'll just call it Models. And we're going to choose this as OK. And now here I've got 3D Models 1, and here it is. There's my hood. I'm going to right click on the categories, and I'm going to choose New Category. And I'm going to enter hood. And now I can copy and paste this guy. Sorry, you got to left click on him to highlight him first. I always remember that and end up having to do it twice. So I'm going to cut, and then left click and right click and paste. And now under hood, here we have it. So I'm going to come in here, I'm going to do another new category. I call this one the range category. I'm going to come up here, I'm going to right click on my range. I'm going to go down to add to catalog. Now we've created a catalog already, so it's finding this catalog for us, bringing it up here. And we've got the range, it adds it up here, so we want to highlight, cut, and paste. And now my range is there too. Now we can add my chair. Add the chair. And we'll go ahead and add the dogs just for fun. Don't need to add the dogs, but you know. Models. Now they're all my catalog. Whoops. Runaway mouse. So I've got all these items in the catalog, but what if we have items we want to get rid of? Well, we come back to our 3D warehouse. We click on 3D models, and here's all the models that we've downloaded. So we can come in here and we can choose one of our models. Let's pick this hood. It'll draw a picture of it here for us. And we can come in here, we can hit delete selected model. Are you sure? Yep. There she's gone. So, and you'll notice the screen changed a little bit because it just pulled in the models here. And then back to the 3D warehouse, we can come find other fun things to add. But for now, we want to assume that we've added a whole bunch of models to it, and the coworker sitting across the office from you looks over and he sees that you've got all these great models in there, and he wants them on his. Or you've got a design computer at home and you want to be able to take these home, and you don't want to create these catalogs again when you get home, because yeah, it's a pain in the butt to constantly create catalogs. So we can come up here to catalog, we can go to export. It's going to ask us what catalog to export, and I only have one of them up there. I'm going to choose OK. It's going to ask me where to put it. I'm going to drop it out here on my desktop, and I'm going to do it as 3D model 1, and I'm going to hit save. And it tells us when it's saved, export is complete. Okay, I stuck it to my desktop, so let's get this out of the way. Here it is. So you can take that file, you can email it to yourself. Just simply double click on it. Here it comes up. When you're ready to install it on the new computer, click on install, and away it goes. It will install for you. Makes it quick and easy, just like installing other catalogs. And let's take one last 3D to see what we've got out here and see how cool it is to be able to go in, add a myriad of 3D models and put them up here. And if you don't find the model that you want, Google SketchUp is a free download. If you're one of the more techie designers out there, you can download Google SketchUp. You can create your own model, throw it up there and download it, and have it in ProKitchen. So this has been the ProKitchen 3D Model Warehouse video tutorial. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope this adds a ton of creativity to your designs.